Students, welcome to Sri Radha Vallabh Academy. So, students, today we will started our new chapter number second, microorganism, friend and foe. So, student, first of all, I would like to tell you that what do you understand by the term friend and foe? So, I hope all of you know that what is the meaning of friend, and I'll tell you that what is the meaning of foe. Foe means dushman. Okay. So sometimes students microorganism is considered as a friend and sometimes it is considered as a foe. So before we are going to discuss that how whether in what aspects they are considered as friend and they are considered as a foe. So before that we'll just discuss or we'll just go through the term microorganism. So what do you mean by microorganism? Okay, so micro, as the name is indicated, micro means small and organism means life or particular some insects. Okay, some organism. So microorganism sometimes it is also called microbes. So micro means small and bios means life. So the living organism which cannot be seen by the naked eye are called microorganism. Okay, so there are some following characteristics of the microorganism. So what are the following characteristics? So here I will discuss to you some following characteristics. So microorganism, first one is a microorganism may occur as a single cell or a collection of a cell. Second is microorganisms are very small in size. That means these cannot be seen with naked eyes. These can be seen with the help of a microscope. So students, for your information, I would like to tell you that you know that one scientist is there, Antony von Leeuwenhoek of Holland was the first scientist to observe microscopic plants and other organisms with the help of a microscope, isn't it? So he was the first scientist which he used to detect the particular microorganism in the microscope. Okay, so as you all know that they are not to be seen with the naked eye, they are seen with the help of microscope. That's why they are called microorganism. Oh, next one is microorganisms are found everywhere. That means they are found in air, water, soil, okay, marshy land. Also inside the bodies of organism are found in everywhere. That is, they are present in air, in water, in soil, and as well as in the bodies of the organism. Okay. Next one is microorganisms are capable of existing in extreme condition. That means they are tolerable in every temperature. That means condition they are existing in extreme condition of temperature and dryness, of forming a hard outer covering called cyst. This is the main characteristics features of the virus. Okay. So when the condition become favorable, they come out of their shell and multiply and go through their life cycle. Next characteristics of the microorganism are helpful to us. Some microorganisms are helpful to us, whereas many of them are harmful because they causes many diseases. Okay. Next one is microorganisms are generally classified into four major groups. First one is, as you all know that microorganisms are classified into four major groups, and these groups are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and some algae. Okay, bacteria, it is also known as bacterium. Fungi, it is also known as fungus. Algae, it is also known as alga. Okay, and protozoa, it is also known as protozoan. Okay, so bacteria, here are some example I'll tell you. Bacilli, spirula, cocci, these are the bacterias. Okay, fungi means bread mold, penicillium, aspergillus, these are the example of the fungi. Algae, chlamydomonas, nostoc, oscillatoria. Okay, I'll tell you, here are some examples. Okay. Next, protozoan is amoeba. You can see the picture of amoeba. Paramecium, euglena, these are the example of the microorganism. Okay, so next one I would like to tell you that how means where do microorganisms live. Okay, but before that, do you know that bacteria reproduced every 9.5 minutes? That means E. coli reproduced every 20 minutes. Okay, isn't it? And next characteristics, next microorganism is, you can see over here, virus. Okay, nowadays it is very 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 danger, and you can easily aware about that coronavirus. Okay, isn't it? So viruses are the some microorganism that have the characteristics of both the living and non-living. That's why the virus is considered as a connecting link between the living and non-living. Okay, the name of virus are derived from the name of the respective host, okay, or from the name of the disease, isn't it? So here are some of the host and which is related to the disease name of the virus. So cell of tobacco can't, and name of the virus is tobacco mosaic virus. Bacteria, name of the virus is bacteriophage, means bacteria is the host or disease caused, and bacteriophage is the name of the virus. Next one is measles. Measles is the host, the name of the virus. Next is foot and mouth disease. Okay, so foot and mouth disease virus. So now I'll tell you the main features of the virus are described below. So first is virus inhabit and reproduced only inside the cell of living organism. Okay, such as plant, animal and human being. Virus obtain their food from the host cell. Next is viruses are smaller than the smallest known cell. Okay, virus cannot be seen by simple microscope. These can however be seen under electron microscope. Next one, virus exhibit a variety of shapes such as rod-like, spherical, polygonal, etc. Okay, and you can easily see the picture of the virus. Okay, it is the picture of the virus. Understood? So next is that where the microorganism live. Okay, habitat of the microorganism. So habitat means you know that microorganism are found everywhere. Okay, so therefore they can live in all types of habitats, means they are present in water, they are present in air, they are present in soil including the soil of desert and marshy lands. They are present in dead and decaying organic matter. They are present in inside the body of animal and human. Some microorganisms grow on other organism while some other exist freely. Microorganisms like amoeba may live alone, whereas fungi and bacteria may live in colonies. Okay, so here I'll tell you the main again I'll tell you the next summary of the this topic. Again I'll tell you the organisms which are too small to be seen by the naked eye and can be seen only through a microscope are called microorganism or microbes. Okay, microorganism may be unicellular or multicellular. Microorganism can be found in air, in water, in soil, in desert, in marshy lands, and also inside the bodies of the other living organism. Four major groups of microorganism are bacteria, fungi, algae and protozoan. Viruses are considered as a microbes, but they are different from other microorganisms. They reproduce only inside the host cell, which may be bacterium, plant or animal cell. Okay, and us. Okay, so microorganism plays very important role in our life. Based on their behavior, these can be classified into two classes. That means sometimes they are friendly microorganism and sometimes they are harmful microorganism. Okay, so how they are friendly with us? So the microorganism which are useful for us are called friendly microorganism. Certain areas in which microorganisms are useful for us, that means in the preparation of curd, bread and cake, in the production of alcohol, in the cleansing of the environment by breaking down the organic waste into harmless and usable substance, in the preparation of the certain medicine, in the agriculture for improving the soil fertility. Okay, so here is the uses of the microorganism which are beneficial to us. Okay, so making of curd means bread, curd and bread. So you know the bacterium lactobacillus promote the formation of the curd from milk. Lactobacillus is the bacteria which is responsible to convert the milk into curd. Okay, the bacterium rennin is used in the cheese production. ओके, चीज़ बनाने में आपका एक बैक्टीरिया है रेनिन जिसका हम यूज़ करते हैं. Yeast is used in the preparation of bakery industries and food items like idli, dosa, dhokla. Yeast is also used to improve the flavor of certain types of cheese. Yeast is a beneficial fungi. ओके, yeast causes fermentation of the dough. fermentation मैं आपको नेक्स्ट टॉपिक में आपको बताऊंगी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. ओके, व्हाट डू मीन बाय fermentation. सो जनरली अगर हम बात करें, ईस्ट जो है आपने देखा होगा जैसे इडली, ढोकले, इन सब का जब हम वो बैटर बनाते हैं तो उनको स्पंजी बनाने के लिए उनको हम क्या, खमीर, जिसको हम बोलते हैं खमीर, खमीर उठ जाना, ठीक, मीन्स उसको सॉफ्ट और डेलिकेट बनाने के लिए. सॉफ्ट किस वजह से होता है? एक्चुअली ईस्ट कॉजेज फर्मेंटेशन ऑफ द डो and liberated the carbon dioxide during the respiration of the yeast, makes the dough to rise. Actually जब yeast का जब respiration करता है, that is anaerobic respiration which is used to give the carbon dioxide. So on baking, heating, the dissolved carbon dioxide escape, making the food items porous and fluffy. Okay, so this is the mainly use of the particular microorganism, that means making of curd and bread. So in this way they are helpful to us. So I hope you understood well about the microorganism and their particularly uses. Okay, thank you so much.